what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine if this dude Wacko and Savage and 360 Squad and like I guess the big old dude SD, like everybody just came together and did a con. Can you imagine how big and sold out it would be?
No, I believe it. I'm telling you,
It's unimaginable.
if I could get Savage and Wacko on a song, I'm telling you right now, that shit's gonna do over
I believe
over 50
I believe it 100% because they would be like, ain't no way this just happened.
Yeah, I know.
And you would be a legend, dog, if you did that.
Yeah. We at the Hit House Chicago right now. We got a special one. I got my boy, been knowing him damn near 10 plus, right? Something like that. Yeah. Hey, big body, 360 Squad's finest. Appreciate you stepping on this couch.
For sure. You know, I had to pull
it's
up.
Long overdue, man.
Yeah, long overdue. Yeah. I see, you know, you always been making noise, but it's moving up now. Especially I seen that promoting that piece. You know that
we got the bright lights going now. We got fine cameras now, and you know,
making more noise. You elevating like you're supposed to.
Yeah. But you've been too though. You've also been having, I've been watching Big Body just turn into somebody completely different. You know, where like I feel like a lot of people that maybe have been fans of you all of these years might not even recognize what you're doing and standing for. So we kind of we're gonna get into all of that, but right now I want to kind of dive into like, how did you start establishing your name? Where did Big Body come from? Where did you start? You know, where are you from in general?
All right, so I grew up in East Chicago, Indiana, 219. And, you know, like, I was raised on the north side. You know, I wasn't affiliated, but my granny lived right in the heart of the hood, 143rd and Todd. So when I would just come hang out in the hood, the ops automatically assumed I was one of the brothers. You know what I mean?
Who the ops?
Back then it was IGs, 2-6, and that was mainly it.
That's 2-6 in Indiana?
Yeah, in the harbor side,
He didn't. Wacko didn't say nothing about that.
I mean, they're probably not around. Everyone got indicted. They cleared everything out of there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like crazy. After us, right before us, it was the IGs, and right before them, it was the 2-6, or maybe vice versa. But yeah, they cleared everything out. It's still a couple knuckleheads out there, but for the most part,
the Kings were out there too, though.
Yeah, hell yeah,
okay.
So, you know, like growing up, I wasn't nothing but the ops would blow at us and, you know, do things like that. So, you know, I'm like, man, if we become a king, you know, I had 3 of my closest friends. I'm like, man, look, if we become kings, at least we'll get a gun to protect ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So that's the route we went, you know, and just to looking for guns. Then, you know, stuff happened. Only me and my guy ended up turning out. This was in 98. So
you turned out in
1998. Yeah, I'm 43 years old. You know what I mean? Dang. So like I was in it, bro. When I go in,
you veteran though.
Yeah. When I go, like a lot of people know me. A lot of people don't know me, but a lot of people know me.
No, a lot of people know you, bro.
Yeah, so I went 2 feet in all the way. You know what I'm saying? And it took me through, made me who I was. You know, I don't regret it, but I could have did a lot more with my life if I used my knowledge I have now, the knowledge and wisdom I got now. If I would have used that in my 20s, man, I would have been, I'd have been somewhere else.
So like growing up though, in that area, what were like your teenage years like? Like what, like I know you obviously just said that you were into it a lot with the IGs and the 2-6s and whatnot, but like just outside of the ops though, like just you know, turning out, and how was your teenage years, you know?
Well, it was cool, you know, like I really didn't have much. I had a childhood, right? But at 16, when we turned out and stuff, like it changed the dynamics of everything. You know what I mean? I didn't have a father, so I looked to the streets to teach me what I needed to know from a man.
Yeah.
You know, my granny and my mom. Oh, you know, if I got in a fight or move, like I used to fight a lot of the kings because they were kings and I wasn't. So they would try to, you know, mess with me, you know, 6th, 7th grade, they'll mess with me. And then I would fight them, you know what I'm saying? And then my family would be like, oh, call the cops. And I'm like, nah, we can't call the cops, you know, we don't snitch around here.
Right.
So, you know, being raised by a woman and having a father, it's totally different, bro. So being raised without a father, I watched the streets, you know, I watched the other gang members, and That's what taught me my manhood. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So it ain't good, you know. But it made me a survivor. That's one thing for sure.
Yeah.
Two things for certain. It made me a survivor, and it made me solid. It made me loyal, and you know, things change as you get older and see things. You know what I mean? But yeah, just it was straight gangbang mode, bro, from the day I started. You know what I mean?
The thing is though, like most people don't that live your life don't make it to right here. You know, a lot of
Exactly.
you guys don't make it to see past 40 for sure. You know.
Okay, so like every gang, I'm assuming every gang had you got every gang member or somebody that's in the streets. You're gonna have three levels, bro. You're gonna have the knucklehead stage. You know what I'm saying? You just out there doing,
It's like the beginner stage.
yeah, doing stupid stuff, trying to make a name for yourself.
Right.
And then you're gonna have the next stage where you want to stop, but you're still doing it. But you know you need to stop. You know you need to do something better. And then you got the if you make it, you're gonna see that third stage where you actually take action into being a better person. You know what I'm saying? And then you want to lift the other people that's down at the bottom. You want to give them that knowledge, that wisdom to change and be better. You know what I'm saying? And get out of that bucket. You know, like the crabs in a bucket situation. You know.
What about the? And I don't mean to cut you off, but what about like the stage like of guys that obviously are like calling some shots, right? But they, in my opinion, you know, everybody has their own opinion, but I feel like they're leading them the wrong way.
Yeah.
And some do it purposely, like they know
send-offs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
100%. Like
so, like what about that?
a lot of people use power for their own gain. You know what I mean? And they use people as pawns. Life's chess, period.
Yeah.
So if you don't know no better, you're gonna be a pawn, bro. You know what I mean? That's just life, bro. And regardless of what you're doing in life, you're trying to get ahead. So you're gonna use other people. You know, other people might try to use you. It's which side of the fence you're gonna be on. You know what I mean? Are you gonna use people to get where you need to be in life, or are you gonna be used? You know what I'm saying? That's just what it boils down to. But there's a lot of send-offs out there, bro. Like you can be sent off at a young age, bro, and there's nothing you can do. You know, you're young. You're gonna believe whatever you want. Luckily for me, I had a mentor that taught me not to be used.
You know what I'm saying? Bros too.
Yeah, and he taught me to look for this kind of person, look for that kind of person. When they tell you go do something, have they did it themselves?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or come on, ride with me then. Oh, you ain't gonna ride with me, but you want me to, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't on that type of time. I went and did it on my own. Didn't nobody have to tell me. He told me, listen, you don't need nobody. When you go with somebody, they're gonna tell on you.
Right.
You know what I mean? You need it by yourself. But I had my close friend, he died. My homie Germs, you know what I mean? He passed away, you know. Someone got cut, you know, someone got, you know, how you call it, like backdoored.
Right.
Some homies backdoored their own homie and killed him over, you know, some work. But if you just follow somebody that knows, which is rare, you'll be all right. But I'm thankful I had that person. You know what I'm saying? I still have him. You know, he's the one that led me towards God. Yeah, he got right with God.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And like
live there and be still living. That's
crazy. So like I went through a lot though, you know, and I'm just thankful that God saved me because I had a purpose. He got a purpose for me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get to all that, you know. But back to the gang stuff. Yeah, people send you off, and they ain't got no problems doing it. You know. So if you see somebody out there with nothing, and he's telling you, "Oh, go do this, go do that," you don't even got a car, bro. Yeah. You trying to tell me what to do with my life? You ain't even got a car, bro. You live with your mom, bro. I'm not following that idiot. You know what I mean? But a guy that's got something going for himself, you know, you might want to take some advice from him. You know.
So with like how that dynamic, right? Kings are known to have one of the best structure and their best organization, right? Like not without, I'm not trying to get too much into that, but I do kind of want to touch on it a little bit, bro, because it's like when I talked to Wacko and was talking about the 2-6s, I had asked him, I'm like, why is it that the 2-6s never had a 360 squat, right? And he was explaining, he's like, well, Kings running numbers, bro. He's like, they can go here, they can go there. Woo, woo. So I'm like, yeah, that's true, but I've also witnessed a lot of Kings backdoor their own people, bro. I mean, I'm sure that's everywhere.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's everywhere. But like, with what do you feel about that?
Well, it's a lot of grimy stuff out there. Every gang got grimy people, you know what I mean? Yeah. But the Kings, they are big, it's a lot of numbers, you know what I mean? And that's like the indictments. That's why they don't stop coming, you know what I mean?
Right.
As soon as someone gets indicted, there's more people ready to take whatever was void, you know what I mean? They're ready to fill spots, and it's slowed down, a lot because them boys ain't playing, you know what I mean? Yeah. And people are getting wiser now, and they're seeing, man, I can't trust nobody, you know what I mean? Your closest homie gonna fold on you.
On the paper, yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, I don't know why they ain't had no 360 squad, but, I mean, not everybody's formats are different for different gangs, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I guess our format was stronger. You know what I mean? Okay. Or as I should say, the Kings format is stronger than other gangs. You know what I mean?
Right. But you guys actually live on certain laws, principles, like damn near, I got wind of there's actually a Bible out there or some shit that you guys run on. Yeah, I don't even, I don't know. Like, but you
everybody got their own, whatever they follow. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
If you follow certain things the way you're supposed to follow them, you're going to be a better person. You're going to be a strong person.
If you follow the King's rules by the book, you're going to be a better person.
I don't want to say all that.
That's what you just said, bro.
Like if you,
bro, how you going to say? We on camera,
listen. If you do what you're supposed to do, the way it's laid out for you, you're going to be good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't, it's going to be rough for you. Let's just keep it at that. You know what I mean? I did what I was supposed to do the way I was supposed to do it, and I'm straight, bro. You know what I'm saying? People respect me. People listen to the advice I could give them. I did it the way I was taught, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, you need somebody. No 16-year-old, 15-year-old, 14-year-old kid is just going to grow up to be somebody. You know what I mean? Right, it's not going to happen. Yeah. If you are, then you don't have all the juice, but I haven't seen it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen it. So it's on how they raise you and how they teach you. They're gonna build you to be a send off, and you gonna let them, or they gonna build you to be a leader, a lion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, that's all I could touch on about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get too deep
no.
Like, you know what I mean?
But when was the Kings first found? Were they founded in Chicago? Like, where did they come from?
It was in the north side.
They were founded in Chicago?
Yeah.
For real?
In the 60s. Yep. You do your research. I'm pretty. Well, you ain't do it.
I mean, I'd rather hear from might know what
it's all over though, you know. Yeah, but 60s.
He said, "Do your research."
60s. But because like I asked you, I said you got some questions for me. You said we're gonna freestyle it. That's cool. You know that makes it more real.
But the people want to know what I'm asking. For sure, there's people out here that live in Virginia that look at my channel and be like, who are these guys? So that's what I'm trying to help too.
Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all people in Albuquerque. You know what I'm saying? Go on Gangland and look up Land Kings. You'll get a little knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
They got the truth on there.
Yeah, I mean, there's some truth to it. You know what I mean? But it's a lot of watered down shit. You know?
Yeah.
And then a lot of shit they hype up. You know. But.
So how did you get into rapping then? Since you want to skip past that, we'll skip past that for a little bit.
Because
how did you get into rapping though, bro?
When we were shorties, it was the cool thing to do. You know what I mean? Like, everybody wanted to just try to rap and shit. So that's what we did, you know?
At what age?
I was like 16.
Oh, shit. You started.
Yeah, my guys, they were younger than me. They were like 14. And then Jerners was 12.
Yeah.
And we would just freestyle, mess around, smoke weed or drink, you know? And then we just kept messing around. And then one day, I was freestyling in a little village with nephew. And he's the one who like got 360 Squad in motion for real.
Nephew was like the mascot. Like,
yeah.
That.
Yeah, he started it. No, I wouldn't say mascot.
He wasn't the mascot.
You know what I'm saying? A mascot is like a goofy. You know, I wouldn't say that.
Why the mascot got to be a goofy?
Because the mascot's the one that puts the shit on and gets to dancing and shit. Nah, he wasn't no mascot, but you know, he was like
he was like a face, kind of for a little bit, bro. He was.
Yeah, the face started. He was the inventor, the originator. You know what I'm saying? And
well, he didn't start it. Chain Dog started that shit.
Okay, but Nephew was the first rapper though. No, Nephew started it.
No, he
did.
He did. Bro.
Nephew came out with Neck Deep, bro. Yeah. Okay, maybe he did, but from my knowledge, Nephew came out with Neck Deep and had a vision to let all the brothers from everywhere, if you can rap, you know what I mean? Let's do it as 360 Squad. You know what I'm saying? That's my understanding.
So did who ran the label? Because there was K5.
Okay, so Chains. That's where Chains might have came in. It was Chains, Kato, K5. They was you know helping us, trying to take us somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And me and Nephew, a long time before this, we were rapping at Farragut. We was all drinking and he was rapping, so I'm like, I could rap too. I was with K5. We start rapping and shit, and years later, my guy's like, hey, we're gonna go to this producer. It was Illinois. You know what I'm saying? Track Cartel.
Yeah.
I know him as Illinois. So we go, you know what I mean? He's laying the beat. I get on the phone, boom, boom, boom. I write it in like 10 minutes. I write a whole verse. I said, man, hey, I just wrote something. You want to hear it? He's like, yeah. He's like, you just wrote that right now? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, you got to get on this track. So Nephew was recording. You know, he laid his verse. And he's like, you don't remember me, gang? I'm like, nah. You know, like I was off the drugs. Oh, man, you know that. You know, I stayed, you know. So I'm like, nah. He's like, we were rapping at Farragut. I'm like, damn, I do remember you, bro. So after that, we just, you know, my guy Casper paid for the video, and we got it busting after that, you know.
So with Nephew and K5 and Kato starting that, right? With Chain Dog too.
Yeah.
Do you think they cut Nephew in?
Well,
because think about what you said. He started the idea,
but listen, you gotta.
Yes or no?
That nobody made no money, so
there was money made. Bro.
Maybe there was.
There was money made. You guys were going all states to
man. Listen, somebody got to pay for that though.
So who paid?
You got to pay for that. You know, like I didn't go to that shit. I ain't go. I'm trapping. I got money to make. I can't just get up and go on some tour. I'm over here trapping. I'm trying to get it. I ain't got. You know what I mean? I ain't got time to be. It's people relying on this and that. I got the bus moves. Yeah. I didn't go on many. Like we went to one. We were supposed to go to Boston, Massachusetts.
You did Kirk Bangs?
That was in Joliet, though.
That was Texas.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying the other ones, there was a lot I missed, though. Like the whole Bone Thugs thing, I didn't go to. You know
that's when Chain got indicted. Or no, he got, that was a federal feds.
I didn't know he got indicted.
You gotta do your Googles, bro. How you not
man, look, first, I wasn't worried about no other nigga. You know what I mean? I'm worried about me.
Get out of here, bro. You didn't hear about Chain getting into the feds. You didn't hear about smoking up. He lit up the whole club.
No.
You didn't hear that. Oh, no, it wasn't Bone Thugs. You want to know it wasn't Bone Thugs. It was Do or Die.
Okay, see, I didn't go for that either.
Oh, you didn't do or Die. So I had somebody on the couch who was with Chain on that Do or Die tour, and they said Do or Die snitched on him. You heard about that?
Yeah, I ain't hear about none of that, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't heard about none of that. That's news to me, though.
Well, apparently they got paperwork on Do or Die snitching on Chain.
That's crazy. Who? Like which one from Do or Die though? Because it's B-Lo, AK.
Yeah. So let me tell you what Chain did. So buddy, his name's Omo Avo. That was the artist, and he's like, that they snitched on him. They went to the feds. Woo. Chain Dog started posting on the internet the paperwork, and Do or Die reached out to him and was like, what do we got to do to get this down? Chain's like $75K. They sent
five. I need the dub.
They sent the $5K. He kept it up.
Oh yeah.
Oh bro. Yeah. But shout out to Do or Die though. You know, but we gotta. Hopefully, we can talk to them.
It is what it is, bro. You know, let them tell their side of the story.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
But that's some serious allegations. You know what I'm saying? But that's gonna come regardless, bro. Like when I got indicted, everybody, you know, everybody's talking this, that, and you don't know nothing unless you got black and white. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'll never put that stamp on a man until I can say, man, you a lie, man. It's right here, bro. You told, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, dudes that I thought was my guys, they, oh yeah, I heard he did that, and then my other real guys, they end up bumping with him over it, you know, and like I didn't hear about none of this till I got out. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that word of mouth shit, it be getting out of hand, bro. You know what I mean?
But there is paperwork. But look, so with
do or die.
I mean, yeah.
Okay,
it's black as white as it could get.
Yeah.
Right there. And Chain posted a phone call. So I changed his reckless. Hey, shout out my boy Chain.
Yeah. I just seen him. He's doing motivational speaking. Yeah, man.
He was always good with. He knew how to what's like sell. He
he got the gift of gab.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, for sure. But with them, so they started the whole the 360 squad, doing the tours. Now, there was a point in time where like we was kind of like forefront in Chicago. Like it was not even about black, brown, white. No, it was just we was the hottest.
Yeah, listen to this, bro. I ain't never told you this, but real talk, my man. You know him.
Yeah.
Okay. At one point in time, we had Lil Durk coming to the hood, bro. Am I lying? Yeah. We had Lil Durk coming to the hood. I was from the Heights, you know. That Wentworth, that's the block. Lil Durk in them hood is Wentworth Gardens, you know what I'm saying? So my guy bumped into him at the airport. Oh, I'm from Wentworth. Oh yeah, I want to fuck with the Kings. Fucked with him, and then that's when, because I don't like to lie. You know, my guy Dub, you know, he ran into him, and you know, his story is
Dub was just here a couple days ago.
Which Dub? Long hair don't care?
No, he's tall as hell.
Nah, that's probably a different Dub.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
So yeah, right. So he like, oh, I don't lie in my raps. I want to fuck with the Kings. He fucked with the hood, and then he came out with that sophomore BT freestyle thing. He's like, I fuck with the BDs, the Kings, the Moles. Right. And then he started coming.
About y'all.
Yeah, and then he started coming to the hood, and you know, they drank and you know, kick it. One day, my guy's like, man, come on, we're gonna fuck with Durk. So we go, and I got videos, you know, we all kicking it. They take us to Wentworth Gardens. I got like 200 Zans on me, dog. We get there, we pull in first. Wentworth Gardens, it's like a U shape, right? And the cars all parked. We all the way in the front. Everybody's parked in behind us. We in a straight trap apartment. All it is a stove and a couch. You know what I mean? Yeah. So as when it hits me, I'm like, man, we in here with all BDs and GDs, bro.
But y'all, it's still a 5 though, or something like that.
You know, don't nobody care about that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We in that hood, bro. Right. So anything could pop off. So instantly, you know, I'm all birded. I'm like, man, you know, I ain't worried about none of that. And then when I realized, man, we backed in.
They don't cap on.
I'm with 3 of my guys. Anything could happen. These fools all faded and shit. So I bust out the Zans. I get to passing them out. Hey, oh yeah, King looking out, King looking out. So I'm getting everybody's Zans. We turn up. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful. Had a great time, bro. History, bro. You know what I mean? Kings, GDs, BDs.
You brought Lil Durk to Wentworth.
I ain't bring him. My guy brung him. He brung himself. He was out looking for Kings. My guy.
But I'm saying, okay, so when he went to Wentworth Block and
started fucking with the Kings.
Right, okay. So now he's locked in at that point.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So he fucking with Duty Low. Duty, his brother was a brother from Kankakee that fucked with our guys.
Yeah.
So that's how our guys. Huh? So yeah, so he from the block, I guess, but he got locked up shortly after.
Duty Low's from the block?
No.
It's a live podcast.
No, we're not live. No, but you good. Go ahead.
Gutter is Duty and them cousins. Gutter is from the block,
yeah, I know. I didn't know Gutter. I'm talking about GK.
So Gutter brought Duty
GK's
Low.
Duty's brother.
That's how they all got linked in.
Yeah. Through Gutter. Okay,
so Gutter brought Duty Low, and then Duty Low brought Durk.
Okay, yeah. Cool. So Gutter, Gutter.
mutual.
No, that's good. That's
my
good.
guy Gutter.
That's important.
He was with them in Kankakee in the Killer Keys, and then when he came this way, that's how everything intertwined.
That makes sense. Okay.
So they like, man, we're gonna do this song. Ooh, I'm gonna try to get me and GK was gonna do a song. Then he got bopped with a banger, so that was out of the question. Then Dirk came around, and I was gonna do a show with him. I mean, a song with him. We were trying to get the song in the making, and he shut me down. He said, man, one of the bros, I'm not going to say who, because that's my guy, and I'm going to ride with my guy, period. He real making a lot of noise. He good. He cold with. He's the coldest out right now. But he did an interview, and they was cracking trays. I know what
you're talking about. Dang.
He did an interview. They was cracking trays. And Dirk said, hi, look, doing a song with you and nigga from your squad is cracking trays. Would you do a song with me if my guys was dropping crowns? I said, man, I couldn't do nothing but respect it. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure, 100%.
That's crazy.
So it was shut down. When I got indicted, he sent my guy Dub a shout out to me, man. Tell Body keep his head up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's real,
so
bro.
I had him on Snapchat and everything. Man.
That's real.
So I missed my beat with that, but it is what it is.
Let me ask you this though, because at the same time though, I'm the reason why 360 Squad kind of got in tune with the other side, FBG Duck, and
see, I was locked up for all that.
You wasn't there around that.
I got locked up at 17. I got locked up on my birthday, March 1st.
So you just missed that.
Yeah, as soon as I got locked up, that's when all that shit came out. That's when I got in tune
with them, and then I put them in motion with I believe it was Nephew and Cali T, and so that's why I was gonna ask you, how was it juggling with both of them? But I mean, you obviously wasn't fucking with them.
I wasn't. I was gone.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, but what did you even give a fuck when they started fucking with FBG or?
Nah, because so like we touched on based on the federal shit.
Right.
The feds, like, that's a whole nother ball game, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. When you from the streets, you go to the county, it's still this gang, and that gang. And the feds, it ain't like that, bro. We all together. So when
I thought it was Brown with the Browns.
No.
It ain't
it's like gang time with gang time. Midwest Coalition. You know what I'm saying? They changed. A lot of things changed up, but I'm speaking on where I was at. When I got to MCC, they like, when you get to where you going, you gonna be with the Dragons, the any gang from Chicago, y'all gonna be together. And I'm like, and you gotta ride for them. And I'm like, hold on, you losing me. So you telling me if a nigga killed my guy,
you gotta ride
and I bump into him, I can't bump with him and get busy with him? They're like, nah, your guy's gonna run you off. I'm like, hold on, you ain't making no sense to me. You telling me my brother's gonna run me off because I bumped with a nigga that killed my guy? And they like, yeah. I'm like, nah, whatever. They're like, you'll see. Okay, so I get to the feds,
and it's really
it's like that. The brothers come, they give me a bag. Okay, I got this, I got that. I go out to the yard, I meet everybody. GDs come through, big ass bag. Like I'm like, what the fuck? Like, am I supposed to take this? Are they playing a trick on me or something? It's a big, all kind of shit, all kind of good food and shit. I'm like, damn. So yeah, we with them. I take it, I meet Maniacs,
with GD,
everything,
GDs
Maniacs, 2-6, IGs, Dragons.
So in the feds, y'all locked in.
It's gang time, yeah. Any gang from Chicago, it's Chicago. Okay, because
but what other places are there?
It's Chicago. Okay, you got the South car, you got Midwest car, you got the Coalition car, Midwest Coalition, you got the Paisas, that's the Mexicans, you got the white car. You got the Bloods, you got the Crips, and I might be missing a few. And that's where I was. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, I was at a low. I didn't have much of a background. They go by your background.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you got a fucked up background, man, you go into USP, man. They run around with hawks and shit. Everybody got a sword. You know what I'm saying? I went to a low by the grace of God. You know what I'm saying? Because like I had got caught with a knife in MCC, and they like, oh man, 1040 Shorty. That's my guy. That's my guy, right? When I got that's my guy from the world. When I got to MCC, man, he showed up. We on the deck, man. I had someone I roll with. You know what I mean? He ended up going to the shoot. Whatever happened, I get bought with a knife. I go down for the knife. So everybody like, oh, you gonna go to a USP? It's like this, it's like that. They really killing shit over there. You know what I mean? Ain't no chomos, ain't no snitches on no USP yard, bro. You gotta show up with that paperwork. or you better go because you ain't gonna make it out. You know what I mean? You ain't just gonna say leave. Nah, you gonna leave out on that stretcher. You know what I'm saying? So by the grace of God, like I said, I went to a low. I didn't have no background. I just had pop with a banger in the '90s, like on over there.
So
on
if
the
you would
east
have
side.
had a record though, they would have sent
You
you
would, yeah, you would have been ran up. You know, you'd have been over there in the jungle for real, for real. So I was in the law. I was in Elkton and Ohio, and then I was in Milan in Michigan. You know what I'm saying? A lot of good dudes. You know, like, but nobody tries. It's chill there at a low because nobody wants to. If you fuck up, you go to another level. You know, you go to a medium.
if you fuck up there.
Yeah, like if you poke somebody or get in a gang fight, you gonna go to a medium, and now it's ain't no lacking and hanging out in shower shoes. You know, they on business in the mediums and the USPs. The lows, it's more laid back because nobody wants to go to a medium. Nobody wants. Yeah, you know what I mean. But they still stand. We still stand on business. You know, like you got bad paperwork, you got to roll, my nigga. Don't. You got to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like I said, the feds opened my eyes to the world basically because I was like kings. That's it. I don't know nothing about you. I don't know nothing about him. I don't care about y'all. I don't want to know about y'all. I don't fuck with y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the feds opened my mind. There's a lot of good dudes. Every gang has good dudes. Every gang has rotten apples. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the feds opened my eyes up to the world, bro. You know what I'm saying? And one thing for certain, if I would have been dealing drugs and I wasn't in the gang, I'd have been a millionaire.
Yeah.
Because I'm only dealing with the guys in Neutrons. It's 500,000 other gang members out there. You know what I mean?
See, this is why I like to not have a script. This is exactly why. Because because now I want to know about the feds. I want to know about like what were some of the craziest stories that I guess like you witnessed firsthand in the feds. You know, because I want man. The thing is that I want some of these stories to be like, I ain't trying to go over there.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying? Because like think about it. Like you just said, like damn, I had a ride with a dragon. I got to ride with the IGs. I'm a whole Latin king. You know, and it's like
so like. NMCC is still kind of like the streets, like in the county. You know what I mean? It's not like the feds. Like you're still with your car. You know what I mean? And like I got into it with we got into it with the BDs. The whole deck went up. You know what I mean? Like
the BDs from Chicago.
Yeah, we didn't know it was this older dude. He come out his cell with a plunger. We hear him plunging the shit. You know, like the TVs. You got a plastic chair. Everyone got their own chair. So you take your chair out, you watch TV and shit, you know what I mean? The cells are all right there. So you be watching TV, it's a door there, it's the shape of a triangle, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So this dude, we hear him plunging the shit out the toilet. This bitch clogged up. He boom, boom, boom. So he comes out, he got the plunger in the air. You supposed to put it in a plastic bag, keep it down low. Yeah. He comes out with it in the air and just cuts through the brothers. We had our own TV. He cuts through and they like, man, what you doing, man? What you do? Oh, do something then. So instantly, my nigga Rah, you know what I'm saying? He got the right one. So I got my headphones. I'm like, oh, this old man ain't on nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't really pay attention. I got one headphone and one out. I'm assuming it's 10, 12 of us down there. Ain't nobody on nothing. You know what I mean? So when I see him come out, I said, oh, he'll get it together. You know, he'll apologize or something. Nah, he told him do something. So he come back, Rah just flies in the room. Boom. They get busy. Boom, boom. Him, my guy Derek, they run in. So when I go, they already got him hemmed up. I go in the room. I'm like, oh, they ain't no room. So I just leave back out. Here come all. He ended up being a BD, but he was from like Alabama or something. But he was
so that's not really with
Chicago. But Chicago had his back because they're still his gang. So a BD from fucking.
You could be from California.
You still a BD just like you a king. If I'm a king from Chicago, Indiana, and a king from California comes out here, you one of us.
Right. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So here come all the BDs, dog. All the GDs, bro. The whole deck goes up, bro. So they like, oh, this gonna follow you to the feds. It's gonna follow you to the feds. So I'm like, damn, because it can. You know what I mean? Like if you go do something in MCC and you go to the feds, it might follow you. You might, let's say you poke a BD and then you get to the feds and they know you coming. They already got a sheet. They know who's on that bus. So they know what our guy, this guy, and this guy's one of ours. Be waiting for him. Check that paperwork. He got this so many days to get right and bring the paperwork. By then, If you ain't got the paperwork, you gotta go. So you show up on the yard. They, you know, the BDs told us you poked one of them. You got something coming. You know,
Right.
you might get touched up. You might can't stay on the yard because you might cause a riot. You know what I mean? So it's just a totally different game, bro. You know what I mean? But like I said, I was lucky, bro. I was at a low. You know what I mean?
No, that's what's up. I was interviewing one of my guys. He got an attempt murder charge on police on a cop. He did time and everything. And one of the things that he had said was one of the craziest stories that he witnessed a dude hang himself in I don't know if it was the bathroom or some shit. He's like, yeah. He's like, I walked in. He's like, I just seen him hanging there, face blue and everything. He's like, they said that he guess he couldn't deal with his girls fucking one of his guys.
That was in MCC, bro. I was locked up with that dude.
You know who Michi is?
It ain't me. He's black.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Michi. Damn, I'm trying to think.
Crazy.
I'm trying. Michi, was he one of the moles?
I don't want to put nothing on him, but
okay,
I mean, he might be.
I think I might have been with him, bro. I mean, you know, it's a couple. It might have been a couple Michis, but
hold on, man. We ain't in no rush, man. 100%, hold on, man. I'm gonna pull him up.
It was SD that hung himself because his bitch left him, and he was my celly in the shoe. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that's me.
I mean, there might have been a couple, you know.
But yeah. So,
but 100%, SD.
That's a real story, then.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
He hung himself, bro. Like
that's crazy.
He was my celly in the shoe. Okay, so it was a saint that was like the Grim Reaper, dog. You know what I'm saying? His name Snoop. That's my guy, bro. Shout out Snoop, bro. He's one of the saints, bro, from back of the yards.
Yeah.
And this fool was like, man, he got a lot of time. Let's just keep it at that. But when he hit the deck, it was a SD there that was all like messed up, and he's like, "That's him, bro. That's," you know, he was all spooked, you know. And I guess supposedly that SD was saying that dude did a lot of damage to him with one of them cannons, you know what I'm saying? And the other SD was like, "Hey, you know, come on, I'm one of the kings. Come on." So when they went to the room and he got busy with him. He wasn't a king though, he was a SD.
Yeah.
So I was in the shoe with that SD, you know, he had a black eye. Oh yeah, you know, I got into this and that. So we ended up talking, you know what I mean? And that was my cellmate, bro. I had got bopped with the
yeah,
I was in the shoe. Yeah, I'm trying to think of his name, bro. He was from like 24th and no, not 24. He was from the 50s, I think. I can't remember, bro. But he had a long shag, bro. He ended up hanging himself, bro. You know, I was in the shoe. I went to the shoe. I was in and out of the shoe, but one of the times I was in the shoe, they said he hung himself. I forgot his name, man.
But that was like you would say, is that like common, or is that something
that ain't common?
That's not
bro.
common.
Nah, for sure.
Because he was saying it like, he just couldn't take it. He's like, Michi said when you're in there, it's like a lot of pressure. Even when shit's going good, or like even when it's just a lot of pressure.
You ain't never did no bid?
Hell no, bro.
Okay,
and
yeah.
I don't want to, bro.
Okay, so for one, everybody's gonna forget about you, bro. Like no matter what you did for people, it's gonna be a couple real, like my guy, bro.
Yeah.
That he like the only one. There might have been some people out there that look. One of my guys,
when you was outside, you was helping a lot.
Everybody,
of people,
bro.
Like,
everybody, dog.
You had a good.
The drugs was on me.
Like,
the drugs was on me.
They maybe wasn't on you.
The drink was on me. I'm talking about whatever you wanted. I had for free, bro. I did my bid. I did my bid. My indictment. My indictment was from 2001 to 2015. That's how long they were watching me, bro. So anything that happened between them years, they can't re-indict me for. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I can talk about it now. Exactly, yeah. I got indicted for it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I had the drugs for free. If you was a broke nigga and you was a shooter, you was with me. Yeah. I'm gonna take care of you. Here's some drugs, here's some clothes. You know what I mean? Hold that pistol. If I do something, take that pistol, run. You know what I mean? And you know, it is what it is. But all these, like, couple people they lit up a guy's house. I say, man, it was a younger guy. Man, listen, here's this. Sleep all day, stay up all night, watch your crib. They're going to come from this way. They're going to do that. When I did, okay, so when you go to the feds, if you snitch, that's a proffer. They got this thing called a reverse proffer. It's a Santiago proffer where the feds tell you what they're going to use on you if you go to trial. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like they're snitching on themselves. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I went through a bunch of lawyers. First lawyer like, oh, you gonna cooperate? Ooh, and even my mom was like, you must not know my son. He ain't gonna tell. You know what I'm saying? And then when he came to visit me, he said, you know, if you cooperate, you know, I said, listen, man, I ain't gonna cooperate, bro. I did what I did, bro. I'm not using nobody. I'm gonna deal with it like a man.
Shit. Yeah.
So he said, all right, cool. He comes back to visit me. They got this shit called discovery. Discovery is the evidence that they built on you.
Yeah.
Now how they fuck you is, well, how they mess you over is me and you get indicted. Everything they got on you, I get to see. You know what I'm saying? Which is bogus, because now if I want to snitch, I could just go in there and say, yeah, Major did this, Major did that. Because everything they built on you, I could see. So that's how they get you.
That's how court goes, though.
Yeah, but
the
it
evidence
shouldn't
is
be
on
that
both parties. That's
exactly.
how it is. Yeah.
But it shouldn't be that way, you know. So I had 75 discs.
Damn.
So I go through the discs. It's a whole. They wearing wires. They wearing. They got their car wired up. They buying guns. They doing this. They going to trap. They buying work.
So somebody was snitching. That had.
Yeah. There was one of the guys.
Who was snitching on your paperwork?
Yeah, hell yeah. All the paperwork's out there, but I ain't on that type of time no more. You know what I mean? But
his name is on the paperwork though.
Yeah, no, you could see him in the video.
Oh my!
You know, you put the video and he got his car wired up. He's talking to the feds. They having a whole meeting. Okay, what? Yeah, do it like this, do it like that. He gets a flat tire. Feds pull up and fix his tire for him. All this is on the video. He pull up on my guy. You know what I mean? My guy sell him the banger. He go to the trap. He buy a zip off them. You know, that fool ended up ODing. He killed
that's
himself.
Somebody that you rotated with on the regular. That was your boy.
No, he wasn't my boy. My boys, man, you don't even want to know. Yeah. One of my close friends, bro. Like, I was making my money how I made it, but I wasn't no kingpin, dog. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was surviving. You know what I mean? But this fool said he seen me with 150 bricks, dog. Like, oh damn, my nigga, you my guy. You supposed to. So yeah. So I run into him in the shoe. You know, if you was hot, you never made it to a floor in MCC, because we were like 13, 14, 15 deep on every floor, because so many, they don't stop indicting us. So you had the East Side, Indiana, you had Maywood, you had, including all the people that got caught with guns, you know, from here and there, that we're so deep in there. So if you were hot, you didn't make it to a floor. You know what I mean? Yeah. We good, man?
Yeah, you're good. Because it's going to cause a riot.
No, you're going to get handled.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the cops know that, yeah. Right. So the cops don't put you out there. So I'm in this shoe, and I hear them call his name. So I'm like, man, I look, it's him, bro. So I'm calling him to the door, man. Come here, bro. I just want to holler at you. Hey, why you do that to me, bro? I just want to know why, because I understand human nature better than other people.
Yeah, right.
You know, like when they raided the houses, they got it all on camera, and I could see that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were on the date with me, they raided your house. I could see them raid your house. I see how you were living. If you were a dirty motherfucker, I could see what kind of drugs you were doing. You know, so this fool was smoking crack. He had knives hidden everywhere under the, you know, over there, and like a crackhead. You know what I mean? So I would understand. Hey, no, it's real. They be tweaking. Yeah. So I'm like, why you do that, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? Why you do me like that, bro? I thought we were guys. And I was just looking for an answer so I could close this chapter. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me the truth. Hey, I was on crack. I'm sorry. Or tell me, fuck you. Tell me, forget you, bro. I don't care about you. I'm looking out for myself. I could close that chapter. Now I know. Yeah. He didn't give me no answer. So, you know, I felt some type of way, you know, but it is what it is.
So, like, what I'm getting from your story, though, and you can get a detail if you want, or you could, you know, disagree, but it kind of sounds like the same people that you riding for not really fucking with you when the shit go bad. That's exactly, really
100%, bro.
So, but you know, like I don't want to, you know, because I got a lot of different cultures and gangs that be watching my shit. Yeah. I don't want to implicate that you know.
It ain't no one certain gang. No.
Right.
It like, ain't no one certain gang,
it's just
bro.
a way of life. It's just really a way of life.
Every circle gonna have somebody that's bad, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's inevitable. Right. Like, you lucky if nobody tells. You're like one in a million, bro. You are the golden squad.
It don't matter what gang.
Yeah, it don't matter what gang. They're always gonna have somebody that can't handle the pressure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So unfortunately for me, I had 18 of my people tell on me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I was saying about the reverse proffer. So the reverse proffer is where the government tells you we got this and that on you. Okay, so I was indicted for a RICO. I pled out to racketeering, drop the drug conspiracy with a 20-year cap, meaning they can't give me more than 20 years. Okay, so during all that though, I'm firing lawyers back to back. They're trying to get me to tell. They won't give me my discovery, those discs I'm telling you about. So when I finally get a lawyer that's going to give them to me, I told him, man, listen, give me 10 years or less and I'll sign a plea. He said, okay, I could do that for you. So I said, I'm looking through these discs. I don't see nothing on me, bro. There's no way I should be indicted. They're trying to charge me. They charged me 5 to 15 kilos. Never caught me with nothing. I ain't even got a phone conversation. So I'm like, there's no way. I'm used to the state. You know what I'm saying? The state, I got a bag of dope over there 15 feet away from me. You find a bag of dope in a Dorito bag and a banger under a car tire. I could be like, nah, this is a drug gang infested neighborhood. That ain't mine. They take you to jail for 48 hours. They can't prove it's yours. You're back out on the street. I went through that my whole life.
Right.
So the feds is different though. All they need is 2 people to corroborate the same story. So me and this fool say Major sold us a brick. He said, "Yeah, Major sold a brick." You're pop. You're going down. Now you gotta prove they're wrong, and the government got all the resources. So you got
it probably there's a lot of people that get locked up for shit they ain't did.
Yeah, it's called ghost though, bro.
What?
So I got charged 5 to 15 kilos, and they get caught with a crumb, a pebble, a piece of re-rock, nothing.
Right.
And I got 9 years. You know what I mean? And the reverse proffer, you know, he said, listen, if they agree to the reverse proffer, they probably got some evidence. Let's go here. You're going to know if it's the truth. Because how it works is they say, Latin King 1 said this. Okay, Latin King 1 said, y'all went to a studio and it was you and a guy named his name and he had a golden ram on his lap. It was Major. It was 100%. That's how it works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
you got to prove it wrong.
Yeah. If you want to go to trial, or you can just take the plea, because their mission is just to find you guilty. They don't care if you go to trial or plea, either one. You know what I mean? So,
but I'm saying their goal is to get you to tell on somebody.
Yeah, or help plea out, or plea out.
What's plea out?
Plea out. You take the plea. Hey, I did it. Right. You plea out for less years.
Right.
So
because they get money for that.
Yeah. No, they don't get money. They get a conviction rate. And they do get money because they're locking you in the federal system, and the federal system gets paid for every person they house.
Commission based.
You know what I'm saying? So they came with the price. The lawyer said, we're going to file this motion for Santiago proffer. If they take it, then they probably got something on you. If they don't take it, they're probably bluffing. We got a chance at trial. So boom, I holla at the guys. They're like, yeah, you could do that. It's not snitching. So I do it. They start. Latin King 1 said this and this and this.
They started saying you were snitching.
And they went, no. They tell me what the snitches told them about me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the reverse proffer is a federal agent on that side, the prosecutor, and it's us on this side with my lawyer. And they say, Latin King 1 said, you shot someone this day and you did this and you sold them these drugs. And Latin King 2 says, on September 25th, you and him and y'all beat this dude up with a bat or, whatever. They went all the way to Latin King 18, bro.
But
I was
did
there
they
for
say
an hour.
real names or they just
they just say Latin King. But you know who it is because you remember what you did with that mug. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, they're there for an hour, bro. So after the whole hour of telling, and I know exactly who they're talking about. Because where
are those people at right now?
Man, they all around, bro.
They outside walking.
They all around, bro.
That's crazy.
It's just not the same no more, bro.
Yeah.
So we gonna get to that. You know what I'm saying? Why I changed my life and why I made the decision.
We gonna do that now. Look, man, I need y'all to like, comment, and subscribe though if y'all like his story. Because honestly, we gonna dive into this next half of the interview, but I want to make sure if you want to get him back on the couch, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. But let's get back to the other half, though. So the other half of your story, though, is you also changed your entire life, though, too.
Yeah.
And I know that that's not easy because with what I said in the beginning, you're lucky to get to this age.
Yep.
Seriously, you are.
For sure.
And, I know I talk to you, you want to give credit to God and all that, but before we give all the credit to God, you got to give credit to yourself.
Yeah,
because you did that. You know what I'm saying?
But ain't no credit. I mean,
you did.
The only reason I'm here, listen,
bro.
I've been shot 3 times.
Yeah,
I've been in massive car accidents.
Yeah,
I had kidney failure from drugs, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've been to prison. I've been through it all.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason I'm still here is because God had a plan for me, bro. And people can argue it all day,
That's
but
not true, though.
it is true.
That's not true.
Okay,
It's
to
not
me,
true.
it's true, bro.
But why though?
Because God has a plan, bro.
He does, but
He knew this day was gonna come.
Big body, bro. You're called big body, bro.
Yeah.
If you get shot, you might take it a little better than I can.
That's how I got my name, Big Body.
God, bro. You got a big body, bro.
Listen,
you're not bro.
I'm not talking about that. I'm saying, okay. What I'm saying is, bro, a lot of my friends got hit one time and they're not here no more.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Were they smaller though?
But yeah, like I got hit in the arm. You know what I'm saying? The arm, what the arm gonna do? I get hit in the arm, you get hit in the arm. It's the same thing.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing to do with it. But I could have died though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to me and everybody else that believe in God, I'm here for a reason, bro.
No, you are.
Because the other people, they're not here. You know what I mean? They didn't get a chance. And I had numerous chances. And this federal bid I felt like it was my last chance God was giving me, bro.
You found God in there, or you found God already?
Okay, so in 2015, I'm gonna run through it real quick. 2015, first of all, I'm writing a book, so I'm gonna keep it short. I'm writing a book about my life, right?
Don't keep it short, man. You're in a rush. Man, talk your shit.
In 2015, I was going through it bad. Like, I couldn't sell no work. Like, I'm gonna give you one story. I had some work. I got my hands on some. It's 7 cops outside my crib. I get to flushing it. I call the BM. Hey, get over here. 5-0's here. They're gonna raid the crib. I grab my daughter. I love you. I'm going down. Wow. This is the indictment. I know.
That's like a movie.
I get up to see where she's at. I look out. They gone. She come in. I said, where they at? Oh, they're gonna raid the dude we think's a dragon down the block. They're gonna raid him. They just came and pulled up in front to round up their little raid they're gonna do. So I flushed all the work, bro, because they were gonna raid another crib. But that's how my life was going, bro.
Damn.
Yes, that's how my life was going, bro.
But you should have flushed it, though. You did the right thing, though.
Yes, but I did the right thing. Like, no, never. I got rid of it, you know. So that's how my life was going, bro. It was just rough, bro.
Yeah.
So my homie that mentored me in the gang life was trying to get me to come to church. And one day and this was 2015, and I just said, you know what, I'm gonna come with you. So I go to church. I'm like, man, I'm feeling like a demon in there. Everyone looking at me. I'm sweating. I leave early. I'll come again. I'll leave early. This time it was real bad, and I went. So I was like, I'm sorry, God, for the people I hurt, because that's one thing. I lived in fear of dying and going to hell, bro. You know, my granny raised me in the church. So I always believed in God and the heaven and the hell. So I knew the things that I committed, I was going to go to hell, bro. So I was scared, bro. You know, and like if you were a real one in the trenches, for real, like about that action, it's hard to sleep at night, bro. You know what I mean? Like you see things that a regular average Joe is not going to see. You know what I mean? And you deal with demons for real. You know what I mean? So that's how I was living. You know what I mean? I'm getting geeked all night with the pistol, and, you know, I go to sleep in the day, you know, and it's not just because I think the ops gonna come. It's because I'm seeing spiritual things at night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, long story short, I go to church, man. I cry out to God. I'm sorry, God, because I really am sorry for the things that I did in my past. I hurt a lot of people, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry for that pain that I caused them. So I cried that out to God. I ended up catching the Holy Ghost. And if you know me, I ain't trying to do all that in front of people, bro. Like, right. Come on, man.
That's not big body.
Never.
That's not big body.
So I had no control over my body, bro. I was talking in tongues, and like my conscience is like, stop, bro. What are you doing? You embarrassing yourself. Stop. But I had no control, bro. And after that, I found out that I had caught the Holy Ghost. So I ended up getting baptized. And when I came out that water, I got baptized in the name of Jesus Christ. And when I got out of that water, I felt like so relieved, bro. Like I literally was forgiven, and I felt deep in my soul like I'm not going to hell no more. Like it's one thing for someone to tell you, and it's another thing for you to feel it and know, bro. And that's how I felt, bro. So that's when I first experienced something deeper and something more spiritual is out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For real, 100%. But I was still in the street, 2 feet. You know what I mean? And I been saved, but I was still doing me. So when I go to the feds, I couldn't be on that. You know, your past is gonna follow you. You know, the things that you did in the past are still gonna follow you. You know, I could be somewhere now. That's why I gotta watch where I go and I gotta watch how I move, because I'm not on that type of time. But that doesn't mean that somebody that I touched back then ain't on that type of time, and they gonna see me and be like, yeah, nigga, I got him now. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I still
still
move.
Gotta stand on
exactly.
Yeah. So with my interview with Wacko, he was saying that, you know, because he was dissing the kids in the burnt house in Little Village, all the kids that died and shit. I don't know if you remember that. And he was dissing those kids, you know, and now he don't really, he said he rocking with the 2-6 and shit like that. He's on his own journey, right? And he was saying, but people still want me dead.
Yeah, for sure.
You gave it all up, and
they don't stop.
You know, and yeah, like
just
because that's kind of like where you're at too, in a way.
100%. Just because I changed my life doesn't mean that hitter didn't change his life.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
You got him if he see
and that's I don't go to bars.
Right.
For one thing, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it to the full, to all the way in, bro. I'm not faking nothing. You know what I mean? So when I chose to take this journey, I did things my way for years and years, and it just I kept failing and kept struggling and dealing with, you know, problems. And I said, you know what? I done did this, man. Let me try something different, man. So that's what I did.
But in the Bible, it says pick up your sword. It says sell your house and buy a sword.
Yeah. Okay.
So you gotta still keep your sword on you.
Yeah, but if I don't keep my sword on me, I can't go to places where a sword is carried. Right?
Then I don't want to go to those places.
Exactly. Right. So I don't. You know what I mean? So I don't. You know what I mean? No, if I carry the pistol, I might get bopped. I might get taken back from my kids, bro. Right. My wife. Right. I'm not trying to do that. Yeah. So I know better. So I do better.
So here's the thing, though. Like I want to kind of dive into to your beliefs and shit like that, because I don't like to sway my followers either. You know, because I feel like there's a lot of information out there, but a lot of I think it's like the blind leading the blind, and you know, and at the same time, you know, I've been in your shoes where I know that there's something more out there, but the people what I was feeling, people are saying it's this, and then as I get older, I'm like, but that don't make sense, you know. So I kind of wanted to pick your brain on camera. I didn't want to pick it off camera because this is real, you know. Because I feel like a lot of, especially from the 80, anything below like the last 20 years, bro, they've been kind of led the wrong way, and I'm gonna tell you why. So with the Bible, you know, like there was a lot of books that didn't make the Bible. They excluded them. Are you aware of that?
Yeah.
Right. And it's kind of called like Gnosticism, Gnostics teachings. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Kind of, sort of.
So when they have like the Book of Adam, which is like the first man, right? The Book of Adam was stripped. The Book of Mary, which is, you know, Mary Magdalene. So the books that have the things that we need to know are stripped from the Bible. And then the thing is that, so a lot of the teachings in the Bible, metaphorically, yes, they are kind of correct, right? But without those missing books, you know, they talk about like the Book of Adam talks about how we don't need we don't need to go to a church. We don't need no savior. We have the answer. We have the consciousness to be able to be Christ-like.
Okay, so
that's
okay. So listen, the Bible
is scientifically proven.
The books that didn't make it into the Bible are because I can't say I haven't read those books,
right?
Because they can take you away from your belief, right?
Or to make it stronger, evolve your belief.
Maybe. But let's get one thing straight. If you believe in the Bible, you have to believe in Jesus. If you believe in Jesus, you have to believe in the Bible. The Bible was made by people from all around the world,
scholars,
saying the same things they were there to see. So if me and you go to a Drake concert, you know, and after the concert they take me in a room, take you in a room, we're gonna have two different stories, bro. It might be kind of similar. They have people from Asia, people from Africa saying the same thing, bro. You know what I mean? That's hard to do. Two, there's a lot of other beliefs. I'm not knocking no other beliefs. I don't believe in knocking somebody, but I just state truth. Muslims, Muhammad, he's in his tomb wherever he's at, right? The Buddhas, who is the god for the Buddhas?
I'm not sure.
Okay, he's in his tomb.
Right.
Jesus ain't in his tomb. Jesus ain't there. He's gone.
Right.
And there's numerous people
and that doesn't
can
make
say
sense.
he walked the earth.
You think you believe that is crazy, bro?
Because listen,
because if I have never seen somebody do it before, I don't believe it, bro.
Exactly. You're not gonna believe God.
But
can you listen? Can you understand somebody that created the world and the universe and the stars and galaxies you have no clue of?
No, you're not gonna be able to understand it.
Okay,
but Jesus was not that because Jesus didn't create it.
Jesus is God in the flesh.
Revelations 22:16. Read it, and when you get off of this interview, because you probably don't know that exact scripture, read it. But he basically says he is the morning star. What is the morning star?
I don't know.
Lucifer.
Okay, I don't know about all that.
You need to do your homework on it.
Now listen,
don't cancel me out, though.
I ain't canceling you out.
I've been knowing this for a long time, though.
You can. A lot of people take it. Okay, so first of all, you gotta have a good pastor, because you can mix and match words. Like if you don't have a good pastor, you're just guessing on your own. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A pastor is the one that's gonna lead you, bro. And there's a lot of pastors that mislead.
There's a blind leading blind.
Exactly. And misconstrue, whatever the word I'm looking for, of the Bible. You know, you got to dissect it. Words, it was created in Hebrew language, Amharic or whatever, and those words mean different things. Our pastor breaks down those words and all the way down to what it means. So you got to have a good pastor, right? And your conception of Revelation, what did you say,
22:16.
22:16 can mean something else to somebody else, and something else to somebody else, and something else. So I can't say what it is.
If you live like okay, I disagree, because if you want it to mean something else and make it something else, then yeah. But if you like take it for what it is in black and white,
okay,
yes.
But see, that's another thing.
But the thing is that what I was trying to get at, though, is religion as a whole was created to control the poor, and that's just flat out facts, bro.
Yeah,
they grow. When you talk about other people's stories, other religions, the Buddhists and all this, we all have the similar story. Somebody falling down from a light from the star and woo woo, and the Jesus story is in like 12 different religions. That's facts.
Okay, so
Christianity is not the only one. So that story is true. It might be true, but are they leading the people the right way? You know, because
okay, but listen what you said.
A lot of people are saying that people that worship God are really worshiping the devil, and they don't know it. Okay, and that's what I try to talk to people about.
You just said Jesus was real, right? Everybody, right? Jesus was real, right?
In other stories.
And they all talk about
the same story.
Okay, so we'll establish Jesus was real. Okay, Jesus said, I am the Son of Man. God put his spirit, some of his spirit, into a man and sent him here to show us the way. He cleared out the earth because all these Enoch and all these, they contaminated the earth with sin. So he flushed everything out and started brand new with Noah, right? And then everybody knew there's going to be one day where the Son of Man's going to come. One day. Everybody knew Jesus was real. So one day. So here comes this man, Jesus. And he's telling you, I'm the Son of Man. So Jesus was real. You can say that. And Jesus is not in that tomb. And there's numerous people that says Jesus raised himself from the dead and walked the earth for 40 days. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to believe. If somebody tells me, I'm going to build this temple up in 3 days. He's not talking about a church. That's what I'm saying. He's going to knock down the temple and build it in 3 days. How's he going to build his church? He's not talking about a church. He's talking about his body, his temple, because our body is our temple.
Yeah.
And he did it.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you. So that's another. I'm trying to give you the facts, and you're low key like making my facts, because what I'm trying to say is that Jesus is us. You are Jesus. I'm Jesus, and I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to prove it to you. I just told you scientifically how we are Christ-like. We all have a consciousness when you relieve yourself from the drugs, the alcohol, better food, better people. non-negative people. You're raising your body,
Uh-huh.
right? When you're able to get into that Christ-like conscious, you're able to do things like Christ. You're walking his. Now I'm going to tell you what you just said. So you're saying that he did this. Who did Jesus walk with?
Jesus walked with the disciples.
He walked with he walked with the robbers,
exactly,
the killers,
exactly.
the hoes. He was with that. That's who Jesus was with.
True.
He was with the hoes, with all the motherfuckers we be with.
But why though?
No, why? Because he knew that he could save them, but also at the same time, there was no need for him anywhere else.
Because they didn't need saving.
Right. Okay. That's what I'm saying. So you're Jesus, I'm Jesus. That book is. You ever watch a movie? My bad. Let me finish my point. Go ahead. When you ever watch a movie as kids, and I used to do this when I was a shorty with my cousin. We, fucking 4, 5, 6, whatever, watching a movie, and we're like, oh, I'm this character in the movie, or I'm this character.
Uh-huh.
Woo, woo. That's what this is. Jesus is I'm him. I'm telling you. I don't agree with that, bro. No, yeah, but how do you not agree with it?
This is what I'm saying. Okay, so we are Christ-like because when you get baptized in the name of Jesus Christ and you're new, when you come out that water, first you gotta repent for your sins, and then you gotta be baptized in the name of Jesus. There's other religions, they baptize in the name of Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Yeah, the Bible says you gotta be baptized in the name of Jesus. So when you come out that water, you're brand new. You're a brand new baby.
Yeah, but that's ritual.
No, it's not.
That's ritual.
Oh, well, ritual is...
Look up the definition of ritual.
Well, ritual is... Tradition is religion. I ain't religious. I got a relationship with God.
But I'm just saying the act of the baptism is a ritual.
Because it's in the Bible.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right.
So like I said, if you don't believe in the Bible, none of this is going to make sense. If you don't believe in Jesus... I
do, though.
Okay,
so... In a way.
Okay, so when you baptize, you're filled with the Holy Ghost. Yeah. So the Holy Ghost is Jesus, is God. Yeah. So you have Jesus in you. So now when you follow the Bible, you're trying to move like Jesus.
Right.
Because you have him in you. So you are him. You're correct. You are Jesus. You're correct. So you want to follow his teachings, you know what I mean? And what he taught. If you believe what he says is real. And like I said, I believe it's real because there's facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it boils down to what you believe, and not everyone's going to believe the same thing, but one thing's for certain, two things for sure. If I'm living my life for Jesus and this person's not, when we die, if I'm wrong, we're going to go to the same place. But if I'm right, we're not. I'm going to heaven.
That's insane, though.
It's not insane.
You want to know why it's insane?
Why is it insane?
Let me ask you a question, though, bro. You live the life that you live, right?
Yep.
You just gave, let's say you just gave your life to the Lord today, right? But you live the life you live. You die. Where are you going? You just gave your life to the Lord. Where are you going?
You're going to go to heaven, right?
Right. I live the life that I live. And then tomorrow, motherfucker run up in here, smoke his ass. Then he kill me. Where do I go?
If you were saved in the name of Jesus Christ,
what if I wasn't? But I lived a good life though.
Then
no, that's bullshit. Okay, I'm not rocking with God. I'm not rocking with God because if that's the way you think
there's a lot of people.
I'm not rocking with.
There's a lot of, and that's you're
insane.
See, because Jesus gives everyone the option.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have an option. You either want to follow him and take his word, or you don't. I believe the Bible. I believe Jesus.
Right.
So I know. And since we're being politically incorrect, you don't believe in Jesus.
No, I do though. I believe in the story, but
but you don't believe in living like him.
I don't believe in
living
praying
like the Bible.
I don't believe in praying to him.
Okay, so you don't believe in him. Basically, you think he's real, but you don't believe that through him is heaven.
I shouldn't worship him
because Jesus says the only way to heaven is through me. So you don't believe that though. So when we die, Major.
No, see, you're getting my words twisted.
Okay.
So I can't let you do that on here.
Listen, you gotta really let me ask you though.
What you think finding Jesus is exterior. Finding
Jesus
interior.
Is interior. Yes.
And that's what I'm trying to say.
And
so a lot of people, when you go to church, they think finding Jesus is exterior.
No, it's not exterior.
But the practice is exterior.
No,
their practice is exterior.
It's not exterior. It's interior. Okay, so Jesus says, "Come as you are." Right? A lot of people get this confused where they say, I gotta stop smoking or snorting coke before I go get right with God. No.
Right.
That's why Jesus rocked with.
Can we get locked that door while he's talking?
That's why Jesus rocked with.
No, you good. Yeah.
His disciples, because when Jesus saves you, there's a testimony. Like I got a testimony. You know what I mean?
Right.
And when he saves you, you tell people your testimony. I used to do this. I used to do that. God took it from me. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So. What were we talking? I got through off.
Oh, okay. You're saying I'm saying.
Oh, inferior.
Inferior.
So
that's what I'm saying.
God changes you like it's like he peels the layers off of you, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So you gonna come as you are. You go outside. You come in smelling like weed. My church ain't gonna tell you, oh, you're bad. You're bad. No,
but I've been to churches that they're gonna look at you
exactly, and that's not right.
Yeah.
God said the Bible says, "Come as you are."
Mm.
Why come as you are? Because he wants to do the work for you. He wants to change you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And he says, lay your burden on me and he'll carry it. You know what I mean? Put everything on him. When you come depressed, anxiety, stress, a drug addict, if you trust in him, slowly, it don't happen overnight. But slowly but surely, he gonna take that from you and change you. And that's my story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't do drugs no more. I don't smoke. I don't vape. I don't drink. I love everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. People can't understand that. I see a op, he might try to kill me, but I'm not on that with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna protect myself, but I'm not gonna, there's times I run into old people that I like to test the waters, right? Recently I went to a tire shop. The dude, we had beef with his family the whole time, right? So I said, let me go get this tire pressure monitor. I'm gonna pull up. I pull up. I know it's the dude, you know what I mean? But I say, I'm looking for dude. He's like, well, what's up? What you need? I said, I need this done. I knew it was him, though. So I'm just standing by my car at work, and I heard you gave your life to God, bro. I'm like, yeah. We start chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? It could have went left, though. You know what I mean? And something could have happened to me. But I'm cool. Like I said, I ain't scared to die no more. I don't live in fear anymore because I know I'm going to go to heaven.
But if you get reincarnated, though,
then I'll find out that, like I said, if I'm wrong, we're gonna go to the same place. If I'm right, we're not gonna go to the same place. Yeah. So I'd rather live my life how I am because God changed my life completely. I used to be full of stress, anxiety, depression, drugs, fear, and now I'm peace, bro. I'm all peace, love, happiness, and joy. I
want to genuinely say I am proud of how much you've changed, and whoever you give the credit to, do your thing. Correct. I'm not going to knock you. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, to me, it's not about what you believe in. It's just a matter about are you trying to be better. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to knock your beliefs. But one thing I will say is that I genuinely hope that you don't stop your search for knowledge there. Yeah. Because I'm not trying to say we're here.
I could never be deterred from what has changed me and has shown me miracles.
But there might be more.
There might be more. The only more it is the deeper I go with learning Jesus.
So one thing they say
that's all there is.
One thing they say is wise man knows none. So you've that means that basically
you can't be taught nothing.
No. That's not what it means. It means that there's that I know I'm smart enough to know that I don't know everything.
True.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it means. Yes. So what I'm trying to tell you is that I've been all this church it might be new to you, but I have a little more years under my belt with that, where I've gone through these phases where I've noticed, wow, this person kind of he walks it, he talks this life, but he don't walk it.
True.
He's leading these people this way. Whole time when you go to his home, he's not living like that.
It. Yeah.
My pastor's driving a 2020 Cadillac and it's 2020, and I'm in this motherfucking Buick, and I'm paying him. You know what I'm saying? So like when you start really going through your motions, you start like asking for more. Just how when you were at a blind spot, you were like, man, I need something. Jesus came into your life. Boom. That's step one. I'm not going to stop you there because but at the same time though, there is more, but I don't want to keep diving into that. Yeah. So, I'm, like I said, I'm happy that you've changed. Just like you said, you see an older op, you want to check the temperature. Yeah. What age do you feel like people need to stop game banging? Man, like I be seeing people 60, 70 and they thugging, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was going through, bro. Like,
bro, you guys can't be that.
Listen. When that's all you know and you don't know no better,
that's you.
And you ain't never had a job.
Yeah.
and you're great at selling dope, and you're great at having people work for you and do things, it's hard to change that lifestyle, right? So there was times I'll be with. There was a time I'll be with my homie JoJo Tuka, and I would cry, bro, because I'm like, this is what I'm gonna be for the rest of my life, a gang banging drug dealer, man. This is sad,
yeah.
So now that he sees my change, he told me like, man, I'm proud of you, bro. I remember when you cried that day because you thought this was what you were destined to be, and now you made the impossible possible, brother, and now you gave me hope.
That's deep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why it boils down to like what we said. I believe what I believe. Why? Because I encountered change and seen miracles happen. You know what I mean? This is about to go out. It's about to go. You know what I mean? How long it takes for this to go out?
It could. Hey, what's up?
A month, 2 months, something
sooner.
Like, okay.
We did.
It is what it is.
Out. The streets need it.
My wife thought she couldn't have kids.
Oh, wow.
Right? I told her. I said, "Listen, we're married. You know what I mean? She used to cry. Oh, I can't have kids." I said, "Listen, if you listen to me,
big body gonna make it happen.
You gonna Sean gonna make it happen. If you gonna get right with, if you submit to God, God rewards obedient children. Your parents. If you're a piece of shit kid, piece of crap kid, sorry for the language, your parents ain't gonna do nothing for you. You ain't gonna get them Jordans. You ain't gonna get a car at 16. You're not gonna get nothing. But a good kid that does what the parents tell them, they're gonna get everything they want. As the Bible says, if you ask, you shall receive. God's gonna bless you. He's been giving me everything I asked for, bro. So I told my wife, listen, I used to argue with her family. Oh, what if she can't? The devil is a liar, man. If she submits to God, she's gonna get pregnant. Mark my words. She just needs to get in this circle with me, because if you haven't submitted to God, it's only half a circle. I submitted. I'm waiting on you to submit so we can complete this circle. You're my other half. Once you do that, you're gonna have a baby. I'm telling her. So lo and behold, bro, a pastor comes to our church, says he got a message for somebody. He starts spitting to my wife. Everything I've been telling her she needs to work on and change, he's telling her. And I'm like, man, she's like, I'm a submit. You're right. I'm gonna do better. So she quit smoking and she quit doing everything and started her journey of being better. 2 weeks later, bro, she's pregnant, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we're crying together. And I'm like, I told you, baby, just listen to what I'm telling you. The Bible is a cheat code for life, bro. You don't have to agree with it, but I guarantee you, bro, if you did what I told you 100%, you're gonna get everything you asked for, and it's facts. I could sit here and name my guy that follows me. He was going through it. He was addicted to drugs. He was drinking. He was having sex out of wedlock with his girl. He gave himself to God. Got right. He's drug free. He don't drink. He's married now. He changed. He changed, bro. And it's just, nobody could tell me that God and Jesus isn't real or it's not the way, because I have numerous stories to back it up, and people that believed in Jesus and did what I showed them, what was shown to me, miracles happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know what? It happened because you believed it could happen. It didn't happen.
It could be that. Like I said, it could be that. That's your story.
That's why I'm telling you. Whatever you believe, if it makes you believe, I agree with it, because I know that there's manifestation. There's shit like that.
Yeah, true. This is true.
And it is. Yeah. This is true. The fact that you, what does it say? If you have faith, the size of a mustard seed,
you can move a mountain.
Right. And that's what I'm trying to tell you.
And
if you have faith
the size of a mountain.
if you have faith in it, it's gonna work. But if I say that shit is bullshit, I believe in this goat.
Okay.
And I can move a mountain too.
Okay.
Because why? Because it's what I believe. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, I get what you're saying 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's what it boils down to. What I said. We're either gonna go to the same place, or I'm gonna go where I believe.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So it's all gonna be debate. You know what I mean? It's all what you believe in.
Enough of the religious though.
Yeah.
With how did you told me something off camera, and I want to kind of dive a little bit into it without saying too much. But you know, you're not from Wentworth no more.
No, okay, so
and you're not even big body.
I ain't in no gang banging no more, bro.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There was a story told to me. It said this dude came up to a fence, right? And he said the devil was on the left side, Jesus was on the right side. The devil told him, hey, come to my side. I'm going to give you everything you want. Riches, women, money, everything you want. All the worldly stuff. And then Jesus said, if you come on my side, I'm going to give you eternal life. So the dude thought about it. They said, you got till tomorrow to make a choice. So the dude said, you know what? Hopped on the fence. Boom. I'm going to post right here. On this side, I get everything I want. Everything I want. On this side, I get eternal life. Morning came, devil snatched him. He said, hold on. I ain't pick you, bro. He said, nigga, I own the fence.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
that's fucked up.
You know what I mean? It's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You playing games, and that's what I learned, bro.
Yeah.
And doing things my way, you can't do nothing. In my belief and Christians' belief, you can't do nothing without God. Nothing is possible without God, right? So I said, you know what? I'm done with this. You know what I mean? I'm about to. When I go full throttle with something, I go full throttle. When I became a king, I was all in, 2 feet. It's whatever. Let's get it cracking. And now that I chose to try my path and believe in Jesus and, you know, my Lord and Savior, I'm 2 feet in, bro. I can't be, like you said, people say this and don't live that way. I can't be, oh, thank you, Jesus. King love. No, I can't do that, bro.
That's crazy work.
So I'm straight. You know, I'm new to this. March 24th of 2025 was when I dedicated myself to Jesus. 5-6 months ago. What is it? 6? Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, my life has changed, bro, dramatically, bro. Yeah. I got my dream job. I got married to a 100, like solid. I couldn't find.
You look real happy on the internet.
What?
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
You know, it's hard to find a 100 female.
No, that's for sure.
When I get with a female,
when you were locked
when
up
I was no.
Oh, okay.
I
when you got out,
when I ran there, I bumped in there at a Selena impersonator concert, and it was Destiny, bro. So it's hard to find a 100 female, bro. And she was solid. Like, when I get with a female, I run a background check. I know everybody and their mama. So, man, what's to her, man? I couldn't find nothing. I couldn't find nobody that knew her. I couldn't find no nigga she ran through. Nothing, bro. So, I'm like, man.
That's a blessing.
So, that she became my wife, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I got another. I used to pray for another chance, bro. I got 2 children right now. Different baby mamas. I see them when... Like, my son, I barely see him. My daughter, she comes every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
But are you trying to, you still want to be there?
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Yeah. But it's just not that way, bro. I don't want that, bro. I wanted another chance to raise a baby from the ground up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like my man's right here.
Yeah.
Man, great father. You know what I'm saying? Great father. I want that. You know what I'm saying? I want to raise my child from beginning till I go in the casket. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And God blessed me with that chance. You know what I'm saying? So everything I've been asking as an obedient son, I've gotten, bro. And it's facts. And if somebody just follows these steps, I call the Bible a cheat code to life, bro. If you don't believe in it, that's fine. But if you believe in it, I guarantee you, God is the hospital for the soul. People break their arm, they go to a hospital. You got depression, you go to God. He gonna heal you. You know what I'm saying? So I can't believe no other way. It's not possible, bro, because I know who I was. Bro. I know who I was.
It's just you're fresh, bro.
Man, you can call it what you want.
But I'm glad, bro. But I'm just saying, though, there's more information.
Not for me, bro.
Bro, imagine it. Bro,
Not
you know what I would hate? I would hate for you to die, right? And you say, I figured it out and stop here. I would hate for that to happen. Because that's not the only reason I'm going to go
forward is if, well, I'm going to go forward digging deeper.
Yeah.
And understanding the Bible.
Bro.
The Bible and Jesus. That's it, bro.
So
that's
you don't want to look up history in the Bible.
Nobody
can
show me.
No. You don't want to read the books that didn't make the Bible.
Nope. Because it's
crazy
it's the
word,
stuff,
bro.
It's the stuff that's going to deter you from the word.
It might get you
know
closer.
What I'm saying? It might. I won't never know. This is my last stop. Jesus Christ is my last stop. And nobody can tell me nothing. And the people that that trusted me, their life changed also. Yeah. So like I said, if
it's working though, bro.
Die,
I mean,
yes, 100%. If we die, I got a dream job, bro. Like, it's ridiculous, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed and highly favored in the name of the Lord. And if people want to change their life, I guarantee you 100% they'll come on here with the same story if they listen to what. Well, like I said, I'm new to this, but the person that taught me and my pastor, you get a hold of them and you just follow this cheat code, which is the Bible. You're gonna have everything.
He gonna make me have to drop this on a Sunday. Look,
listen, no. Wait, one thing.
What? No,
if you want a real debate,
because I need you.
If you want a real,
you just don't want.
I can't debate because I just learned the game of chess.
Right.
I can't play the game of chess.
So bring me another chess player.
Exactly. Right. I could do that.
Put him on the couch.
Nah, he's not. He ain't gonna
part two.
He ain't gonna go on the couch 100%.
He's not gonna talk on the couch.
No, but I'll tell you one thing for sure, 100%.
I'll wear wire.
He's a truck driver. He's a truck driver. So I talk to him all night. When we get off this interview, we're gonna call him. And I want to, because I want to hear. I love doing that. I love hearing debates. When I get with somebody that has knowledge of what they believe in, I'm a baby in this, so I can't go at it with a full grown adult.
In everything you're learning, I know the Bible. I was able to quote scripture.
Exactly. So now I gotta get another great chess player to play this debate with you.
Yeah.
And I got.
But let's step back from the chess, bro, because I don't want to drop this on. I drop on Mondays. So with the shorties, a lot of the blind leading the blind. What's something that you could tell the shorties that like, hey, look, like I get it. He killed your homie. I get it. You broke. Your mom need the light bill paid. I get it. What's something you could leave the shorties though on, like, kind of where to go, like where you know what I'm saying? Because it's hard out here, bro. Being from Chicago, being like your parents might be broke as fuck. You got no other way out. You don't know how. You wasn't good at school. Where do they go?
My only answer, bro.
Don't tell them to go. Don't.
You know what my answer is?
Tell them to go to church, bro.
No, you don't have to go to church.
Oh, what you tell them?
Find Jesus, bro. That's my answer. That's my answer, bro. I can't tell you nothing else.
That's it.
I can't. Yeah. I mean, I could tell you.
So in a perfect world, everybody on the block go to church.
But don't let young and ghetto be your own.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
This is true. Okay, let's do this.
Can we get some? Yes, okay. We gonna have to put bro on the couch, bro.
Yeah. Let's get him on the couch.
So being young and being in the ghetto,
right.
a few options. But once you go to game being around young,
then you ain't got it. Right.
Okay, I see what you asking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. Do something with your life, bro. Quit following. Be a leader, not a follower.
Right.
Find you something to do. You ain't smart in the book, go find a trade. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Think about what you're smart at. What are you good at?
Get around people like that.
Yeah, exactly. You got to surround yourself by people that are doing something with their life. Because my grandmother always said, some people live and learn, and some people live and never learn. Yeah. Also, surround yourself. If you surround yourself by college students, you're gonna be smart. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna want to do what they're doing. If you surround yourself by idiots, you're gonna be an idiot yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like we was just talking to my homie Nan. I knew him. What was he? About 12, 11?
Yeah.
Gang banging with the banger. Yeah. Little kid, I'm tripping. It blew my mind. I seen this little baby with a gun. What? Yeah. This is crazy, bro. He gonna be a legend.
Yeah.
100%.
There was something that you said on that phone, and that I want to say on camera, because there might be some people locked up right now that might be able to see this video. And what he told them on the phone is, be grateful they sat you down and they didn't lay you down.
Exactly.
And honestly, that stuck with me when you said that.
Yeah, because
bro, like for real, a lot of people think like, damn, this is the worst, but hey, you ain't seen the worst.
It could be worse. Exactly. Yeah. So be thankful, because
that was real.
You only get so many chances, bro. In my eyes, in my opinion, there's only so many chances before it's your last chance. You know what I mean? Like a cat, they only got 9 lives, bro. Yeah. You know, and my last chance was my federal bid. Like I said, I've been shot 3 times. I've been through everything, and I didn't die. So as I did that federal bid, I said, man, this is my last chance right here. I can feel it.
It's your last chance.
Exactly. I can feel it in my soul.
I like you said that. So.
And that was the first time I was drug free since I was fucking like 15 years old.
Yeah.
And my mind opened up, and I started realizing, damn, I was messed up, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. I did a lot of bogus stuff on them drugs like that. I didn't see like this. So as I started thinking, I said, man, this my last chance. I got to get it right. Yeah. You know what I mean? I ain't got. So I feel like God gonna give up on me. You know what I mean? And
yeah, because I wanted a lot of the kids, you know, like you live that shit by the book. When I met you, I'm like, he's the real fucking deal. You know what I'm saying? But don't get me wrong, like he did a lot of bad shit, but he also did a lot of good shit though. Like his name was
yeah,
what
I
it
didn't
was
just
for
go.
a reason. No, you.
I didn't just go bust somebody's head or touch somebody that didn't deserve it.
But he was one of them. So to see you be here, sitting here talking like this is like some shit you wouldn't even see.
It's a blessing.
Ever.
Nobody,
you know what I'm saying, and
nobody would have expected it.
You know, people from your old block, and I hope people even from all around, they respect your decision. You know,
you're my friend on Facebook, bro.
No,
all I spit is God, bro. You know, and all my, you know, like I said, a real friend gonna respect you trying to do better. A fake friend's gonna knock you and try to bring you back down.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So you go look at my page. You know, there's a lot of division. These people don't like these people, but I'm cool with both of them. Don't try to put me in the mix with nothing. I'm not gonna stop being cool with Major because my man right here don't like you. Hey, y'all, that's y'all problem, bro. Major's my nigga. He never did nothing wrong to me. This my nigga right here. He held me down in the feds.
I was getting a lot of heat for interviewing Wacko.
Hey, you're doing podcasts, producer, bro. Right. What you supposed to do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, but alone, besides the podcast, you're a producer. You do music. What you supposed to? That goes back to me saying if I would only sell drugs to the brothers, or I sold drugs to the whole Chicagoland, India, I'd have been rich.
Yeah, for sure.
Only an idiot would not go where the money is. You know what I'm saying? And you're not in the game, bro.
And I just got a message for people too.
Promoting the peace, bro. I'm with all that. You know what I'm saying? Like a gang member is a gang member, bro. That name and all that, we all probably all got the same rules, bro. You know what I'm saying? We all probably got the same thing. It just touched up a different way. You know, I don't know, you know, but I'm assuming it's all basically the same thing. If we all came together, bro, man, bro, it'd be like, you know, like the Warriors, bro.
Yeah.
If all them people came together, but you got one idiot that's like, nah,
they kill my homie type shit. Yeah.
But okay, so more are gonna die. Like
one of the things that I seen, and kind of closing out though, one of the things that I did see Wacko say is, because I questioned him and I was like, bro, like why y'all in a war? Like, what's this whole stupid shit about? And he was like, you know, this shit been going on 20, 30 years. And I'm like,
nobody can even remember.
So
I mean, there's probably
I say, so you're riding with people that don't even know. You don't even know what you're doing it for. You at this point,
true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at what point is there going to be that one king and that 126 that you say fuck that shit? At what point, you know?
That would
this
be
isn't
great.
This isn't to say like, look, like fuck the hurt from the Kings or fuck the hurt from the 2-6. Not to say that you haven't lost.
You got to get past.
But it's like, bro, at what point are y'all gonna say, you know, I don't even know what I'm fighting for no more.
Exactly.
So you know what I'm saying. So that's kind of what I want to get Cali T and Wacko on the song. I might not make it happen, but can you call Cali T for me?
Man, I don't really, you know, I don't really
just say
Savage the boss. That's my dog. Hey,
Savage the boss. Get
Savage the boss. That's my homie. But I doubt it. You know? I mean, I can holler at him.
Yeah.
I'll call him when we get off of here.
Yeah.
That's my guy, bro. You know, when I was locked up, that's my guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I can do that.
Or tell him I want to get him on the couch.
But I can. We could get him on the couch for sure. I'm gonna call him right now.
You come with him too.
I'm calling him right now when we hang up.
Yeah.
That would be beautiful, bro, for everybody to just squash it, bro, and everybody can just be cool.
Make
and come
real
hang
money.
out on
Make
the street.
real money though.
Like you can't go to the Ville without a banger, bro. You can't go out there and just hang out and get a elote and a raspa and just enjoy life. Hell no, you gonna be. Who on that car?
Bro, I shot a video for Troubles. He took me to the Ville. He's riding me through the Corvette, riding me through everybody's block. I did not want to be in the car.
It would be beautiful if everybody could just coexist. You could just walk into their neighborhood and see things you never seen.
Yeah.
And be like, damn, bro, you know, instead of knowing that block, because we went over there and drilled some shit, and that's how I know these alleys. And I was here one time when we tagged this up. It would be beautiful to go over there and be like, damn, at one point in time, we couldn't come through here like that. We can't go do this or do that show and everybody come and support a concert. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine if this dude Wacko and Savage and 360 Squad and like, I guess the big old dude, SD, like, everybody just came together and did a con. Can you imagine how big and sold out it would be?
No, I believe it. I'm telling
No,
you,
but it's
if I
unimaginable.
could get Savage and Wacko on a song, I'm telling you right now, this shit's gonna do over
I believe
over
it.
50
I believe it 100% because they will be like, ain't no way this just happened.
Yeah, I know.
And you will be a legend, dog, if you did that.
Yeah. But they got to do it. They got to do it.
It's just,
I can only plant the seed. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Watch it grow. But
now that's damn near impossible.
I'm getting mad shade though, because I'm pushing this narrative, talking about Lil Vil and just wanting what I want out of it.
Yeah, you got to be careful too, bro.
Yeah, I'm
you know
careful,
what I'm saying?
because I know.
You know, DA Smart.
No.
He was. You don't know DA. Walk with me.
No.
Bro, walk with me. He starts spitting all the gangs from everywhere. Yeah. I'll play it for you after. They killed him, bro.
Yeah.
Why? I heard he was spitting about these blocks, and this gang's blocks, and they didn't give him the okay, and he died over that shit.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful with that too, because people from the Ville might be like, "Hey, man, why this dude keep talking about our hood?" And you never know. You gotta be.
But I come from a good place, though.
Yeah,
so
true.
You got
idiots everywhere, bro. Yeah, and the good die young. You know what I'm saying? The people that's trying to do positive die young, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So just be careful. Like talk to the people from them areas, like Wacko Dog. I'm pretty sure you good over there. You gonna bring your brother from the Ville, and you gonna be good from there. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's gonna be cool. I'm just throwing that out there that they might. People don't like the evil is out there, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I know you're not evil. You're on what you're on, and you promote peace. You're not evil, but there's evil out there. Like they might be on something. You know what I mean? So just I'm gonna call Savage when we get off, and I'm gonna try to get a hold of him. And
even if they can't do the song, but just to be able to just help that narrative.
Yeah, because I don't think the song gonna happen. Yeah, but we could get Savage on the couch, and then you could take it over there. Yeah, but I know Savage, and I highly doubt it.
At some point in my life, you gotta stop caring about dying, bro. Because if I walk like that, bro, I probably wouldn't do shit. I probably wouldn't go grab something to eat. You know what I'm saying? I probably wouldn't go to the grocery store. Shit gonna happen anywhere. I at some point I stopped giving a fuck about dying, and I gave more a fuck about what's gonna happen when I'm gone.
That's true. Leaving a name,
because I got two boys. I got two boys, and when they grow up, and if his daddy died because of this, at least he stood for something. Because if you don't stand for nothing, you fall for anything.
100%.
But on that note,
now that's something we gonna agree on. 1,000. You know what I mean?
Big Body. If you want a part 2, tell them to bring Savage Boss in the comments. Comment, subscribe, man. We gonna see Big Body soon, man. Yep. Let's do it.